All right, so your first workbook is the Introduction to Religious Studies and the Dialogue Decalogue. For these lectures, I will go back and forth with a PowerPoint so that you have some images to look at, but it is still going to focus on this workbook for the lecture. All right, where it says put your name, you put your name, not my name, but your name, student's name. I have a font here. You can use any different font color or size. This helps me see your responses or your notes. You are invited to take notes throughout all of the workbooks. Just as you know, though, for this first workbook, you are going to automatically receive a free 5 points for notes because there aren't too many areas where you will take them. Just as a reminder, do not use BeliefNet, do not use a regular Google search. It will tell you where to get some of your answers. All right, so this first part is the introduction to world religions. And by world religions, we're talking about religions all around the world. But what is religion? What is the study of religion? Why do we have it? So when we look at the questions, we're saying, who am I? What is our purpose? Where do we find meaning? How should we behave and believe? And overall, what is the why for all of those things? Why is it my purpose? Why is it there is meaning? These questions are going to show up multiple times through our lives and in a lot of different ways. They're kind of like knocking at our door to our thoughts. They sing into our ears and insist on being attended to. How we answer them may vary depending on how old we are, the circumstances we are in, who we are around. Basically, what the events are in our lives are going to change these questions. Traditionally, and change the answers. Traditionally, the most common way we learned to answer or start seeking answers was through myths, through stories, through art and singing and dancing, the philosophies of the elders, the seers, the prophets, the mystics of our communities, our parents, grandparents, family, friends, school. Even as the sciences separated out of the fields of philosophy and religious studies, these questions still nudged at us along with the questions of ultimate concern that could not and still are not answerable with simple scientific theories, be they from the hard or even the soft sciences. We might not ever have enough of an answer to satisfy, or enough answers to satisfy all these questions of ultimate concern that we have. In most every major city across the US and around the world, one can encounter beauty and majesty and awe of indigenous and tribal religions. Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Chinese religion, Shinto, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, paganism, atheism. All these different isms, all these different ways, these numerous new religious or spirit or awakening movements, and numerous other sacred traditions that might be cultural or just show up in our lives. Each tradition presenting knowledge that we can gain from studying, from meditating upon. Each tradition having believers who, like us, are really just trying to answer these questions and other questions of ultimate concern. Each tradition having numerous followers that we are likely to encounter in the workplace, around town, at community events in neighborhoods. As Max Mueller, a German religious scholar of the 19th century, put it, he who knows one knows none. Therefore, as we all will encounter these deep questions and will encounter people of our own and other traditions, the more we learn of the various religious, spiritual, sacred traditions and ideas, the more we will learn about ourselves, mankind, and life itself. I want to add one other little quote here, and it comes from the video you will watch at the end of the semester. And it's by Bishop Mark Hansen. If we do not get a sense of what unites us, our diversity, our differences will be cause for division and hatred and not good things. But if we get a sense of what unites us, then our differences, our diversity will only bring us more knowledge, more understanding, more empathy, more peace, more coexistence. Because to know one is to know none. And the more we learn, the more we learn about ourselves, mankind, and life.